Hello, my name is Lisa Cofton and it's your news update to 11 a.m. One of the men accused of killing a Sikh activist in BC says in a video on social media that he received a Canadian study permit with the help of an immigration consultant in India. The video posted on Facebook in December 2019 by India-based ASIC Works Immigration Services showed Karan Brar saying his study visa has arrived. Another post showed a photo of him holding up a permit. Brar and two others have been charged in the death of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. He was gunned down while leaving the Guru Nanak Sikh temple in Surrey last June. The three men accused in the killing are all Indian nationals, although Immigration Canada has declined to comment on the suspect's immigration status. London Drugs issued an official apology to customers. The cybersecurity incident shut down around 79 stores across Western Canada. In the official letter, London Drugs president and chief operating officer says they engaged the cybersecurity specialists across North America to assist. I talked to Roger Gale, head of the Industrial Network Cybersecurity Program at BCIT, to get an opinion about the issue. According to Gale, companies have to follow a few security practices to protect themselves from attacks. Keeping systems up to date, proper segmentation of the systems, and proper training of staff are the keys to avoid cybersecurity issues. Gale says anything is vulnerable. Both personally and professionally, people are at risk of cyber attacks now.
Cybersecurity incidents are likely to continue. No company or person is really off limits, so it's in your best interest to learn a little bit about how to defend yourself against cybersecurity attacks or cyber attacks.
Gale added that it is important to use two-factor authentication and to always use programs that are provided by the reputable companies. Lisa Cofton, BCIT The Crow. Right after the closing of London Drugs, another cybersecurity issue has affected BC government network. According to the statement of David Eby's office, they have not found any sensitive data to be compromised. But they are investigating the incident to determine the risks of possible information access. Together with the Canadian Centre for Cybersecurity, the province is working to solve the issue. Some Canada Post offices located in London Drugs stores were also affected by the closing. At the same time, they face financial challenges, which leads to new solutions, such as raising stamp prices and eliminating their daily parcel delivery. Grace Chan has found out how the local print shops are affected.
Ben Riyahi is an employee at Burnaby Print Ltd. This is a print and copy center providing printing and photocopying services to individuals and businesses everywhere. He says that what is going on with Canada Post is not posing any inconvenience for them.
We are okay. We receive the mail three times a week, and there is no problem. Just we receive the bill and some advertising.
Despite the changes to the National Postal Service, print shops specifically are doing just fine. Grace Chen, BCIT's The Crow.
Carrying on with technology, this week Apple released several new iPads, but it's one of the ads for the popular tablet that's got people talking. Mike Dabuski explores the new Apple product.
The ad, which was first shown during Apple's hardware event on Tuesday, depicts a large hydraulic press crushing a variety of musical instruments, colorful cans of paint, cameras, clay sculptures, and books. The press then lifts to reveal a new iPad Pro. Social media users quickly took issue with the ad, saying it was ironic that Apple would want to show so many symbols of creativity and the arts being destroyed in the name of technology. The video has been watched nearly 50 million times on X. Mike Dabuski, ABC News.
So that's been your news update to 11 a.m. Lisa Cofton, BCIT The Crow.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
is sports on 1680 The Crow.
Good morning, I'm Spencer Pomeroy, and this is your 11:10 Sports Update. The Vancouver Canucks overcame a 3-goal deficit to edge the Edmonton Oilers 5-4 in Game 1 of their second-round playoff series last night. Head coach Rick Tocchet says the Canucks are a resilient group.
Sometimes we're not pretty, sometimes things happen, but I just feel like it's a real close group, and this is when you need a close group, in these situations. I thought everybody did something tonight to contribute. I don't think we had any passengers tonight.
Oilers captain Connor McDavid says his team was doing a good job, but the Canucks pushed hard for the win in the third period.
They're a good team, and they were doing everything they could to come back, and we were doing everything we could to hold on to the lead. That happens in the playoffs.
McDavid did not register a shot in the game, but had an assist that stretched his point streak to 6 games. The best-of-7 series continues tomorrow in Vancouver. In other NHL news, the Toronto Maple Leafs have fired head coach Sheldon Keefe after 5 seasons with the club. Keefe led the Leafs to 5 playoff appearances, but only managed to get past the first round once. Keefe finished with a 16-21 playoff record. In a video post on X, Keefe said he's taking full responsibility for the team's playoff struggles.
I didn't get it done in the playoffs. I didn't help push our team over the line and deliver. I accept responsibility for that. No excuses. That's the job. I didn't get it done. It's the reality of the business, and I accept it.
The Leafs bench boss becomes the 11th NHL coach to be fired this season. In NHL playoff action tonight, the New York Rangers will take their 2-0 series lead to Carolina to face the Hurricanes. Vincent Trocheck's second OT power play goal gave the Rangers the win in Game 2. Puck drop for Game 3 tonight is 4 o'clock. Colorado Avalanche and the Dallas Stars series resumes today for Game 2. The Stars had a 3-0 lead at home before the Avalanche stormed back to force overtime. Miles Wood converted on the breakaway in OT to complete the comeback. Puck drop is 6:30 tonight at the American Airlines Center. Now to the hardwood. Jalen Brunson returned from a right foot injury to score 24 of his 29 points in the second half, leading the New York Knicks to a 130-121 victory over the Indiana Pacers for a 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals. Knicks guard Dante DiVincenzo says his team was confident it would get the win despite trailing by 10 at halftime and not knowing if Jalen Brunson would return.
I don't know what we were down at halftime, but, we're in the locker room like, we're going to win this game still. We got to do, we got to defend, we got to rebound, limit their second chances, and then play our offense, not get outside of ourselves, and that's exactly what we did.
The series shifts to Indianapolis Friday for Game 3. 2 games on the NBA playoff slate today. The Cleveland Cavaliers will face the Boston Celtics tonight in Game 2 of the East semifinals. Boston took Game 1 at home Tuesday night. Tip-off for Game 2 is 4 o'clock. MVP runner-up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will lead the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight against the Dallas Mavericks in Game 2 of their series. Gilgeous-Alexander dropped 29 points in Game 1 and will look to take a commanding 2-0 series lead at home before the series shifts to Dallas. Tip-off is 6:30 from Paycom Center. Caitlin Clark will make her WNBA home debut with the Indiana Fever tonight. Jennifer King with the Associated Press has more.
It's a preseason game, but there's still plenty of excitement for tonight's Indianapolis debut of WNBA rookie Caitlin Clark, the Iowa star who dazzled fans with effortless three-pointers on the way to the Women's College Basketball Championship. That game had viewership numbers that rivaled the NFL and has people talking about women's basketball in a new light. In the preseason opener Friday night at Dallas, Clark scored a team-high 21 points in a 79-76 loss. She spent Wednesday practicing inside an empty field house and will be welcomed by a near-sellout crowd that believes the number 1 draft pick can change the Indiana Fever's fortunes. Clark says she's expecting it to be loud.
It's my first time out here. Played in this arena before, but it will obviously be a little bit different, wearing a Fever uniform.
They'll play the Atlanta Dream. The Fever will have 36 of their 40 games televised nationally. Clark's regular season debut, May 14th, against the Connecticut Suns, will be streamed live on Disney+. I'm Jennifer King.
That has been your 11:10 Sports Update. I'm Spencer Pomeroy. You're listening to BCIT's The Crow.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
currently we have our main exhibition for 2024, which is Retro Reflections, and it talks about our history as a society over the last 40 years and also about nostalgia in the 1980s when our society first started.
Toys are not exactly always just neutral. They're also, especially back in the day, trying to sort of reinforce gender roles.
Hello, I'm Anthony Atanisov, and this is BCIT's The Crow. An adaptation of TV's hit series Law & Order has arrived in Toronto. Law & Order Criminal Intent starts tonight, and I'm at BCIT's Burnaby Campus asking you what you think about a Canadian spin-off and whether Toronto was a better option than Vancouver. These are their stories.
Toronto definitely is the best place for it. I'm interested to see the subject matter.
I love it. I grew up to it. My mom always had it on when I was after school, and I'd always watch it. It's good.
I think people are starting to realize that Canada is the place to be, and it's going to be the new Annapolis.
It's a good place to do it, I'd say. Lots of crime there, and it's perfect for it.
More of a city that has lots more crime. We do have crime here in Vancouver, but it's not the same.
What do you think about the prospects of having a show like this in Vancouver? Do you think it could be possible?
I think it'd be possible, but yeah, we have some sketchy areas that they could film.
I think the subject matter in Vancouver would be primarily focused on our social issue with drug addiction. So I don't think we have enough rounded kind of topics for a show like Law & Order, whereas Toronto is a larger city with a larger population.
Yeah, no, you see those Law and Order little opening scenes. They always do the skyline. You know what? I got to give it to Toronto there, maybe on that point. But yeah, I'd love to see it in Vancouver, of course.
I think it would do good either place. There's fans all over Canada.
Between those that are hardcore fans and those that tune in every now and then, the general consensus is the same. Having a spin-off in Toronto certainly makes sense, but the possibility for a Vancouver edition is something people want to see. I'm Anthony Atanisov with BCIT's The Crow.
Everything is changing to digital. Everything is online. People aren't just waiting for the 6 o'clock news anymore. People want their news right now. They want to be able to go onto their smartphone, onto the internet, and see the news that they want to see.
Vancouver is growing at a really rapid rate, the Lower Mainland even, and with the tools that we're given here, we're able to cover all of that.
Welcome to BCIT Magazine. I'm Radhika Sikakane.
In the program, they really leave it up to you. I mean, the help is there when you need it, figuring out how to use the programs like Premiere, Audition, and figuring out how to use the cameras. But it's up to you to sort of experiment and figure out what you can do when you go out in the field.
They brought candles and flowers to remember the student who lost her life yesterday.
Theresa May says the international community condemns Moscow.
They really make sure that you know the basics and you are able to put out a quality product.
I'm Brady Tretnero.
And I'm Radhika Sikakane. Thank you for tuning in to BCIT Magazine.